Ooh, it's a sunny day and I'm packing. I don't really know what to pack. I got socks. I got my, I don't know if you can read that, but it says Scott Oglesby's super secret awesome yellow black book of emotions, ideas, and beauty. I also have to, because I'm going to Brandeis tomorrow, I have to return this book about Buddhism to the library. And now I don't really know what books to bring with me, so I'm just going to bring Te Holy Bible, New International Version. I sneezed. God bless me. And I'm going to bring 501 Spanish verbs. And I'm going to bring my shabby copy of Catcher in the Rye. Look at this. I'm one of those crazy Catcher in the Rye fans who just reads Catcher in the Rye all the time. And look at it, there's no binding. And there's no back cover. But I really love this book. It's falling apart, you can see light through it. I need to blow my nose. Anyway. My iPod. I need to bring a graphic calculator, and I need to return everything to the library, and my wallet, passport. I keep sneezing because it's dusty in my room. And I'm gonna bring some of these things that I made at the hospital when I had to go to the hospital. I think I'm gonna leave this one in my room. But yeah, this is what I made on the first day of in the hospital. Cause they had paint there, it's cool, and there's pudding on it, and ketchup. So yeah, that's about it. But let's talk about Hitler. There's this Facebook group called "I Bet I Could Find 1 million people who hate Hitler," and I thought, I don't hate Hitler, because hating Hitler is like hating with the same hate that he hated the Jews, and it's bad. It's dumb. We should love Hitler because we should love our enemies. Seriously, but what does that even mean? Well, loving your enemies is all about say someone hurts you. If you love them instead of hating them, then that just stops the cycle of hatred. And hatred prevents you from having friends, and friends are fun. You can be friends with Hitler, even though he's a terrible person, but if he had friends, he would have killed all the Jews. And another thing about Hitler is people think he was the first anti-Semite ever to live, but this is actually coming off a whole entire European history of anti-Semitism, where the Jews were just the scapegoats of society. So basically, shame on all of Europe for letting this to happen so long. It's not just Hitler. Hitler is not the embodiment of anti-Semitism. I think Europe is, and Europe should be ashamed of themselves. But that's just because I'm angry. I'm angry at Europe and this whole European society of constant anti-Semitism, more so than I'm angry at Hitler. But I just the pogroms of the Russians, and they allowed this to happen, and they ingratiated it into their culture. Every single one of the Germans is responsible. Hitler did not kill 6 million Jews. You couldn't. You wouldn't have the time. Every single person who killed was individually responsible. But I think they should be forgiven. You can't just hate them for that. You have to keep going because these are people, and a lot of them. I went to Salzburg and I met a Nazi on the bus. No, I didn't. But I wasn't paying attention, but someone I was on the bus with was just talking to some Nazi guy. He was a Nazi, and he was 80, and he was just talking about how he was in the army. And then my friend was "Oh yeah, I'm in the army. Yeah, they're just talking about their army experiences. There's just this one guy fought against us, and he's old, and it's weird. I mean, we honor our veterans, but just think about the veterans of the World War II and Germany. They weren't honored because they were just you did a terrible thing, and I feel imagine how lonely that is for that generation. Of course, the Holocaust, I mean, it goes without saying, was absolutely terrible. But you can't fight violence with violence. You can't have a war on terrorism, and you can't have a war on drugs. You can have a war on poverty, because you wouldn't be fighting. Like, what would you do in a war on poverty? You just, like, kill poor people? That'd be absolutely morally reprehensible. But my Casio is broken. I think I'm bringing my TI, but I don't think I have any math classes. Maybe I'll bring this book, Senior Plot. I got this at the library of Middlesex. I have no idea what's in it. But anyway, I gotta blow my nose. And pack. I like Man or Astro Man. They're really good. Okay, bye.